Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another quick chat, okay? First of all, I want to shout out the people over there on Patreon because they are getting access to this video first. So shout out to you guys and thank you all so much for being a Patreon, okay? If you like to become a Patreon, definitely go ahead and join us at patreon.com/Jamie, that's me, okay? But I wanted to come to you guys real quick about what y'all really want to talk about, okay? This explosive verdict regarding the case between Tory Lanez and the state on behalf of Miss Megan Thee Stallion. All right. This case has been going on for over a week now. I feel like it's been taking place for at least 2 weeks, and we have finally gotten some details right before Christmas. Okay. Right before Christmas, we finally got some details, girl. We have been sitting here waiting to find out the details regarding what happened between these individuals on the night of July 12th of 2020. It took us 2.5 years to get here, but we are glad that we are here, okay? Because the verdict has come back. And what we're learning is that rapper Tory Lanez has been found guilty on all charges in the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. Let's go ahead and get into the details here. They're saying a jury in Los Angeles found rapper Tory Lanez guilty on all three charges, all three of y'all, in the shooting of hip-hop star Megan Thee Stallion on July 12th of 2020 in the Hollywood Hills, okay? Now, Megan Thee Stallion's attorney says the jury got it right. I am thankful there is justice for Megan. Okay, now they said that chaos actually broke out in the courtroom after the verdict was announced. Okay, all kind of stuff happened. Okay, we saw that Armand Wiggins ended up going live. He got a bit emotional. We got a chance to see the dad of Tory Lanez going crazy, pretty much giving us a clear eye view as to what was really happening over in that courtroom. Okay, they're saying that the father was over there screaming at the prosecutors, calling them witches, calling them evil, saying that they are wicked people, like just all kind of stuff. Okay, so he was over there yelling at the prosecutors. You had Tory Lanez as well as his defense attorneys trying to de-escalate the situation. Now, I'm also hearing that there was a gentleman there that was actually filming everything because I believe security began to walk up. This person was filming everything, and that person ended up being held back with the judge because although Tory Lanez's father was able to exit the building without being arrested or anything, that young gentleman that was recording, they ended up being held back because they were violating the rules of the court at that time. So we'll see what's going to happen with them. Okay. Now, again, understand once the verdict was read that Tory Lanez was found to be guilty of all three counts, they said he was immediately taken into custody. Okay. Now I can imagine, all right, I can imagine how a lot of people are out here feeling. I have to be very honest. I've been seeing support over there for Megan on Twitter, but over there on the Instagram, I haven't been seeing a whole lot, okay? I have to be honest. I've been seeing more negative comments than I've been seeing positive comments. So I don't know how this is going to go for Megan in the future. I think Megan is going to need to take a step back. I think she's going to need at least 6 months to get her mental right. I feel like ever since she's come into this rap game, it's been something. Either her mother has passed away or her grandmother has passed away or she's fighting with her label or she's constantly being pitted against other female artists. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she's been dealing with a lot on top of having somebody, shoot recklessly, okay, which resulted in you receiving bullets in your foot, all right, and then also having a brawl, according to the witness that was on the stand, between she and her best friend and losing the relationship between she and her best friend. I feel like she's been through a lot of stuff, so I'm sure that going into Christmas and going into 2023, she's happy that this was the outcome, but I also think that it could be bittersweet for her because it's like, yes, okay, everybody sees that I wasn't lying as much as they may have wanted to call me a liar on the stand. They see, hey, the jury sees it how I saw it, that he was indeed guilty, but at the same time, I don't think that she's ready to hear the ridicule that the people are over there probably giving to her social media at this moment. So hopefully she gets the chance to take a break for a second, because even once this case is over, she still has a case or a battle ahead of her with 1501, the label that she's currently under, although she's over there working with Roc Nation as well. So she still has that in front of her. But let's go ahead and continue to read more on this article. They're saying that ABC News has reached out to a Tory Lanez attorney and they requested for a comment, and it was not immediately returned. But what we are learning is that sentencing is scheduled for January the 27th at 8:30 a.m. All right. So we'll see what it's going to be. I have to say for myself, I'm not going to lie, I was really shocked at the 3 guilty verdict. I thought he would at least get 2 and maybe get off on 1. Okay. I also also thought that it could possibly be a mistrial, because for me, I'm like, okay, I don't know what the hell going on. Y'all had me in limbo so much. I'm thinking Kelsey shot the gun. Then I'm like, nah, Tory shot it. Then I don't know. So I'm going back and forth. And then, when I talked with my ladies of Ooh Ladies First panel, when we talked about it, and I was telling them, like, listen, I think that Tory was the one that shot that gun. But I also did not believe that he did it intentionally when I listened to the witness statement of him just shooting around recklessly. I don't think it was an aim to like just pop, 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 shoot at her foot, but whatever it was, he definitely did a reckless act that resulted in this woman being shot in her foot. And it's just very unfortunate because now he's facing up to 23 years in prison and likely deported back to Canada. And, it's just an overall sad situation. I feel like the only person that doesn't have peace but may be a little happy is the fact that Miss Kelsey, who's already been laying low, she gets to continue to lay low with her husband and with her child. Right. Meanwhile, Tory Lanez will be ridiculed by the Megan the Stallion fans. And then you also have Megan the Stallion being ridiculed by the Tory supporters. I don't even know if I would say fans, but, the Tory supporters or fans or whatever you would call it. So it's a sad situation, Very, very sad. And I just hate that better judgment was not used that night when everything went down between who all it went down. You know what I'm saying? Who it all went down between at the end of the day, because families are impacted by this. And, Tory's family was really going crazy. They were upset. They were pissed off. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be. I didn't sit in the courtroom to really see how things were going and how things panned out. My information came by other individuals that were in the courtroom and relayed the information back to us. So maybe they have witnessed something different with the clear eye view being in the courtroom the entire time than what I noticed. But I did kind of feel like, I have to be honest, like, although he was upset and he was yelling, I can't say that he shouldn't be, but some part of me was kind of like, I don't think it's going to matter now. I know that you're going to try to get an appeal for Tory, but I honestly feel like I don't think that appeal is going to work. I feel like it's only going to allow the prosecution to, strengthen the holes that they may have had during this case. So, I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll have to see. Hopefully for Tory, he don't get 23 years. Maybe he'll get, a little something, and maybe get a piece of probation. Who knows? I don't know, because he wasn't charged with attempted murder. He was charged with, I believe, assault, and he had 2 other charges. And I want to see if they're listing those charges here. Now, his charges are assault with a semi-automatic, a firearm, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharge of a firearm with gross negligence, okay? Now, I was thinking to myself, he may get 2 of those charges and maybe be off on 1. But no, the jury came back and they said, baby, it's going to be all 3. We're taking him in for all 3, all right? Not just 1, not 2 or anything. So I was definitely thinking that he's going to get something, okay? So I'm not surprised, and some part of me is not, I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm shocked that it was all 3, but I'm not surprised that he was found guilty, like some people seem to be, like, completely shocked and appalled. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, when you make dumb decisions, you get dumb rewards in the end. At the end of the day, so this is what he has to face. This is what he has to deal with. And unfortunately, I would want to say that his career is completely over. One is going to be dependent upon how much time it's going to be that he's going to be locked up. That's one. And then number 2, I feel like a lot of people are forgiving, especially of males in the industry. So I feel like if he were to be locked up for 3 years, he's going to be able to come back and have a career like a lot of these other, male celebrities or whatnot. But we'll see what's going to happen in the future for him. We're also going to see what's going to happen in the future for Miss Megan Thee Stallion. But at this time, I see a lot of her fans over on Twitter are really happy for her. And the people are still fighting over there on the IG in the comments, okay, about who was right, who was wrong, who lied, who didn't lie, this, that, and the other. Listen, at the end of the day, baby, the case is over. And I am so glad that this case is over. Do you hear me, girl? No more confusion, girl. At the end of the day, Tory Lanez has been found guilty. And should he appeal, if possible, we'll see what that is going to look like. I just find it so interesting when I think about the court cases of the year. Cardi B started out the year with a huge court case and ended up winning. And then you have Megan Thee Stallion's or Tory Lanez court case that happened at the very end of the year. And here it is, Megan is getting the win that I'm sure that she was seeking. It's just really interesting. You know what I'm saying? How that played out. We came in with a court case, girl, and we ending with a court case. All right, so we'll see. We'll see. Y'all got to let me know y'all thoughts. Are you happy about this news? Are you praising? Are you doing praise dances? Are you glad that there has been justice for Miss Megan Thee Stallion? Do you feel like she's been redeemed? What do you see happening, when it comes to her career and stuff? A lot of people are thinking that her career is not going to go anywhere, is going to be halted. People are thinking that Rock Nation are not going to keep her around much longer, but I don't know, because Megan may go on and have a winning streak like Cardi B, okay? Cardi B been having all these cases and she's been pretty much winning them, right? And even though she hasn't released a lot of music, but she's been out here winning, so maybe Megan will go on and continue to have a winning streak of winning cases and continuing to put music out. But I do think for Megan's mental, she does need to take like at least 6 months to a year off, if you ask me. Like, just give this girl a mental break. Let her take that break. Stop forcing her. Stop pushing her. And, then let her come back out, when some of this stuff died down. A lot of people are feeling like the fans are definitely going to turn on her. There were people that were really Team Megan, like really liking her. But after this case, they started to kind of turn on her. Like, I don't know if I like Megan this much or whatever. Well, let me tell y'all this. One thing about us, regardless of whether we scream and protect this, protect that, protect this, protect that, people fake, okay? That's just what it is, okay? Y'all may not like Megan now, but then in a few months, y'all gonna be bumping her music, y'all gonna be praising and all this other stuff. What's also funny, and the reason I say that is because we just lost Takeoff at the top of November, and people were just condemning rap music, okay? Primarily rap music by males, and then next thing you know, y'all still sitting over here bumping it like life is grand. So you see how fickle y'all be from one day to the next day? So it is what it is, all right? I don't really see her career being down in the slumps. I just think that it may be a slow start, and it may be a slow start that of what she may need, because I think that she should just take a break from the BS, if you ask me. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to come to y'all and let y'all know. All right, for those of you guys that was watching this this case like it was a football game, and you was trying to see what team was gonna win, if your team was gonna win, then hey, if you was over there riding with Team Megan, then your team won, okay? All right, the way some of y'all over there on Twitter rejoicing, girl, you would think that y'all don't want a trophy for the Super Bowl, honey. Y'all have won, because Tory Lanez has been found guilty on all 3 charges, and those charges are semi-automatic firearm, okay, assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharge of a firearm with gross negligence, okay? And this is the one that I was thinking they probably wouldn't get. Carrying a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle, because was it his vehicle or was it the driver's vehicle? And then with the whole gun situation, his fingerprints weren't on the magazine. They were primarily female fingerprints. So I was thinking, okay, it's probably not his gun, whether it's registered or not. It's not his gun. So I was thinking, okay, they probably wouldn't get him on that. But I could see firearm with gross negligence. I knew, baby, he was gonna get guilty on that. The way that witness sat on the stand and said he was firing off. I knew that. Assault with semi-automatic firearm, I was a little unsure. Because when I hear the term assault, I hear intentional, right? And when I go off of what the witness said, although the witness said a lot of things, the witness was adamant about one thing, and that was seeing Tory Lanez shooting in the air, or shooting like, upward, not towards anybody. So because of that, that's what made me think, okay, could he possibly get off on that one too? But the firearm with gross negligence, baby, you was gonna get that, period. You was gonna be guilty, period. I guarantee Tory Lanez was not going to leave that place without a guilty verdict. The only other option would have been possibly a mistrial. Okay, so that's just where we at. They didn't get no mistrial. They said, baby, y'all not gonna drag us back in here for nothing else. Girl, I'm trying to go and enjoy my family, and I'm trying to go ahead and move on into 2023 and leave this mess behind me. Y'all not gonna sit up here and play on my top like that no more. Okay, I said guilty. That's what it is. Matter of fact, we said guilty 3 times. Okay, so go away from me with this, and he just gonna have to live with his decision. Okay, and maybe next time he won't be out here just shooting things just recklessly. And I have to say, when I think about it, I do feel bad, like I said, for the children and for the kids, I'm sorry, for the children and for like the family. Because it's like, it's just really sad because clearly the kids, if he's a dad and we saw him bring one of his kids, I don't know how many he has, but you won't be there for that child. You know what I'm saying? You won't be there for that child. So I really feel bad for that child, and you bringing them to the courtroom and they have to witness this mess of you being handcuffed and taken back. That's one thing. I feel bad for the family because if you're a breadwinner and you provide for the family, they're about to miss out on the person that provides for them. And I feel like that's very, very sad if you ask me. However, at the same time, it's highly disappointing that you know the position that you play in so many lives, yet you choose to act in a manner that will bring you to this very place in 2022. And I also feel like this when I think about guilty pleas, and I know that he and the state could not come to like some type of agreement when it came to the plea or whatever, but I do feel like this. If you believe that you have acted in any manner that when the jury looks at this paperwork, they could possibly see that you're guilty, you might as well go ahead and just take that guilty plea. And maybe not, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not, but that's just kind of what I was thinking. But, I did kind of question whether he was innocent because of how far he was willing to take it all the way to having a trial. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, could he be innocent? And, all the twists and turns in the case, you just couldn't tell what the hell was going on. But one thing was for sure and definitely for certain. Megan was definitely shot in her foot. And that's one thing that's definitely been clear with this case. A lot of people still speculated that even after hearing the doctor on the stand say that she was indeed shot in her foot, people still speculated that that girl was shot in her foot. Okay, it was what it was. All right. And I still say shot, even if he was shooting recklessly and it hit the ground and it bounced off and, it landed in her foot. Whatever the case was, it was a result of something that he likely did. But what's also interesting that a lot of people are going to continue to bring in play is, the witness saying that they saw Kelsey fire it first, or at least they saw fire next to Kelsey first. But all of that doesn't matter. All of that doesn't matter now because the jury looked through all the evidence. They asked additional questions when they were not clear about certain things. And at the end of the day, they came back with a verdict of guilty. Okay? Guilty on all of them, baby. All right. So that's where we at. All right. I'm going to let you guys fight and argue down in the comments. Okay. Go ahead and let me know your thoughts about everything that I just discussed regarding this plea for Megan Thee Stallion and, or at least for Tory Lanez in the Megan Thee Stallion case. Okay. Go ahead and let me know your thoughts and comments, honey. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.